programming? Are you comfortable to write program?
Yeah, I want to know coding. I am very weak in coding part. So
Uh-huh. Okay, thanks. Yeah. Kirti and Ashish? Uh, uh,
Right now, I have logged in through mobile.
oh,
Um,
okay. Yeah, Ashish, what about you?
Yes, sir. Right now I'm on the laptop.
Are you able to try program?
Yes, sir.
No, no. Can we start a programming questions? Are you able to try?
Yes, sir. We can start.
Yeah, okay then. Right, the theoretical is fine. Right, so a lot of questions we have covered. But the theoretical also,
yes,
we will
sir.
start with small basic questions. We'll start with the basic questions. Right, right. In interviews nowadays, they're asking right a very critical questions. We'll start with very small questions so that you will get some confidence. We'll move on it. Okay, fine then. Right. First question is I have an array. Right. I have an array. I want to remove the duplicates. Right. I'm bringing the program in the just right. I have an array. I want to remove the duplicates from the array. Right. Anyone. You can, if you are interested, you can share your screen. You can open, try Eclipse. To open Eclipse, you can try it, or I will ping you online compiler. You can also try it. Who is interested to write program? Right, nothing else. Here we will try it. If it is right, correct or not, that is secondary thing. Yes, you can try. Who want to try? No, no one. Just you can anyone. You can tell. Otherwise, if you want to, what is the approach you will follow? How you will remove duplicates? Right, what is your approach?
Uh, sir, we will go with if condition, and I will take n equals, then I can make it, sir. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Like, yeah, 1 8. Mm. अरे तो हेलो, यस मैम। मैम लिफ्ट है उधर पे, बी ब्लॉक पे, बी बी फॉर बॉल मैम। हाँ हाँ। तो पार्किंग में मैम, वहाँ पे आपको सीढ़ियाँ दिख रही होंगी, सीढ़ियों के सामने लिफ्ट है।
Right. You have dots or what? Entire eighth line. Yeah, Ashish. Uh, unmute, unmute. Ashish, you are unmute, Ashish. Not happened. Okay, fine then. Alright. Right, we can try in multiple ways. Right, Ashish tried in one way. There is the stream distinct. Right, that is by using streams. Right, we can also right simply iterate array. Right, we can take the help of collection also. Right, we can iterate one by one element from the array, and we can add to the set. Right, we can take the future of set. What set will not allow duplicates. Right, we can iterate one by one element. We can keep it in a set. Right, then what will happen? It will store only unique elements. Right, that is the one of the way. Or we can take right, or we can take one more. Right, or we can take one more array and we can iterate and store it in another array. And we can before adding we should have a if condition. If right first array right? Result array not contains first array element, then we can add to result array. Right, that also we can do it. Right, we can do it that also. Right, fine. We can do it in multiple ways. Right, next question we will go with a simple question. One more string. I have a string automation. Right, a string s equal to automation. I want to just simply write. Reverse. I want to reverse it. Right, how you will do it? I want to reverse the string. Right, you can explain also. Right, if you are not interested to write program, you can what is your approach. Right, simple question only. Right, how do you reverse the string?
First, we should take a string, and then we should also take a variable with a reverse. And then using for loop, we need to iterate uh, through each character of the string, and then we write reverse is equal to reverse plus each character of a string, and then we print the string.
From where you will start the character reading? From the last position onwards or first position onwards?
From the string dot length -1.
Right, right. We have to start from last index. Right, I
Yeah.
equal to string dot length -1. Right, then we can decrease one by one and we can append to the mistake. Right, fine. Yeah. That is one thing. And right, in interviews, mostly they will prefer to write down the program without using any right. String buffer is the easiest way, right? We can keep it in string buffer dot reverse. But interviews, they will not right satisfied with that. They will ask without using anything predefined function. Any question they will ask means they will ask. Right, they want without using any predefined functions only they will. Alright, fine. I think programming, right? We should be very confident in the programming. Otherwise, right, interviews will start with the program itself directly. Right. We must learn the basic programs at least. Right? In interviews nowadays, they are asked very big questions. Okay, fine then. We'll move to theoretical question. I think no one are confident about programs. Right, we'll go with right Selenium questions. We have them. Right, yeah. What is the difference between the action class and select class? Actually, right, actions class and select class.
Actions class is used to handle mouse and keyboard events in general. Select class is generally used to handle the drop downs. Mm,
Right. Yeah, that is right. Right, action class if you want to do the keyboard actions, mouse actions. Right, we will go with the action class. We can do both keyboard and mouse actions by using action class. And the select class basically we will use right for the to handle the drop downs. That also tag will have select tag. Select class will work only when the tag has a select and the DOM structure. Right. Nowadays, all are React JS, Angular JS they are using. There is no select tags are there. If they right, drop downs are div tags are there nowadays. Right, in those cases, select will not work. Okay, fine. That is one. And the next one is, right, suppose if I want to validate the color of the web element, right, I want to make sure, right, color should be red or green, whatever I have given, right, developers, they will write something, right. I want to validate the color of the element. How can we achieve it?
Okay. Dashboard is, for example, screen, there will be some 95 number. So we will compare if that is the one. Make an user.
I think we are hearing a lot of background noise, sir. Right, anyone? How to verify the color of a element, right, or height, right, there is a, how to get the attributes, how to read the attribute values. No one have idea? Right, we have a, right, we have in the get, right, after finding the element, suppose driver dot find element, we have a get CSS value, right, element dot get CSS value. There is a method called get CSS value, right, we can give the their attribute. We have to give the attribute of it. Right, a CSS value. You can take whatever CSS value we want. Right, for that each web element there will be a multiple CSS values are applied. Right, we can read by using get CSS value or color. Right, I want a color of it. The attribute is color. We can pass the get CSS value color or BG color. Right, background color. Right, by using get CSS value, we can get the color of it or any other CSS attribute also. Right, fine. Then next one is how to take the screenshot in Selenium. Right, how to take the screenshot in Selenium.
We use take screenshot interface, and then we pass the driver to it. After that, we use a method called get screenshot as, and save the screenshot as a file input, and then we need to save this whatever screenshot we have taken. We need to save it in a file.
Okay, okay, fine. That's it. All right. First, we have to create the take screenshot object. How to create it? We can typecast the driver to take screenshot interface. We'll get the take screenshot object. Then on that object, we can call the get screenshot as. Then we have to pass the parameter output type, right? File stream. We can pass by stream or file. Usually, we will use output type as file. We will get the file. Then we can copy that file into our system. Once we take the screenshot, we can store it in by using the file utils dot copy file, right? Source. We have to give the source file and destination where we want to store it. Okay, fine. Right, these are all basic questions only. We are going, right? If you are right, whatever questions you are not confident, write down those and practice those things. Right, that is the purpose of these interview sessions why we are conducting. Right, one thing you should feel the comfortable in the interviews. One thing you have to, which question is you are not confident, Just to practice those questions again. Okay, fine. One more question in Java, right? What is the difference between default and public access modifier? Right, default and public access modifier. No one have idea? Basic question, Java basic access modifiers. Default and public.
Whenever any class or is declared with the access modifier public, a child class can access it. Child class can access it from any package, irrespective of package, wherever it is. Whereas when a child class is declared as default, it can be accessed only within that particular package. I mean, the child class from other package cannot access the parent class.
Okay, here I think there is no concept of child or something. Right. Yeah, what are the access modifiers? First of all, private, right? Default, protected, public. We have four types of access modifiers. Right. What it will tell access modifiers? Right. Where we can access the variables methods. Right. We can mostly apply these access modifiers to the right variables methods to restrict the variables and methods. Right. Where I want to access. I can access within the same class. Right. I can access outside the class, outside the package. Right. There are multiple places. Same class we can access, or same package another class, or another package another class. Right. We can access these three places. Right. If we declare any variable as a private, right. If we declare any variable or method as a private, right. What will happen? We can access only within that class only. Right, within that class only. We cannot access anywhere else. Right, within that class only we can access. We cannot access anywhere. Right, wherever we have declared, I have created employee. Right, in that private employee ID. Suppose private integer employee ID. I can access within that employee class only. I cannot access outside the top class. Private means. Public means what? I can access anywhere. Simple thing. I can access the variable anywhere. Same class, right? Outside the package or another package, right? Anywhere I can access public. Private means only within the class. Public means anywhere I can access. But default, coming to default, if I employee has a right, default. Default means we no need to give. If you don't give any access modifier, that is default. Right? We no need to give default. Right? Like private. Public, we no need to give. It will throw error if we give. Right? If you don't give any access modifier, suppose string, right? String is equal to automation. Right? I will not give anything before string. Right? That is called default. Default, I am able to access within the same class, same package, another class. Right? I can access within the same class or same class, another package. I can access. Right? Then coming to one more important protected. Right, protected. Protected is also like a same as a default, but it has one more feature. Right, protected also we can access in the same class, same package, another class, same package, another class, and also one more feature is there, another package. Right, another package also I can access, but it should be subclass. Right, suppose I have a right one parent class. Parent class is there in another package. parent class as one protected variable. Suppose protected as string s equal to automation. But child is in another package. Suppose child is in another package. Now I want to access the parent class, employee class that string whatever we have declared in the child. Right? We have to subclass it. Child extends parent. Then only we can get the protected. Right? You can go to my Java classes. Right? I have uploaded my Java classes or Java interview series is there in my YouTube channel. I have explained detail. Right? There you can find in detail explanation. Right? Explained it. Right? You can go some of the Java series I have started. You can go to I have explained each topic in detail. Right? Topic wise also we have interview questions there. Right? Just to go through it. If you have some time, then okay, fine then. Anyway, right. Coming to next one we'll play. Okay, fine. If I want to run my Selenium test cases in the headless mode, I want to run my Selenium test cases in a headless mode. How to do it? No one have idea how to run scripts in headless mode? Right, we have to take the help of the Chrome options. Right, Chrome options, Firefox options, Edge options. Right, we have a options class. Right, by using options class, what we do? Right, options dot add argument hyphen headless. We have to do it options dot add arguments hyphen headless. That options class we will add to Chrome driver. Right, Chrome driver constructor we have to pass the options. Right, by using that we can run in headless mode. Headless mode means what? It will not open the browser. Right, it will not. We cannot see the browser. Browser will be in the background. We cannot see it, so that it will execute very fast. Right, if you open the browser, right, if you open browser and execute it, it will take a little time. Right, but if we run in headless mode, what will happen? Our scripts will execute a little bit fast. Right, by using the options class, we can add the argument hyphen headless. We can pass that options class as a Chrome while creating the Chrome driver options. We can pass it so that we can run in headless. Right, fine then. Then coming to next one, we will go to next one. Okay. How to handle, alright, how to handle, suppose I have a scenario like I want to upload a file. I want to upload a file. Right, how we can achieve it? Right, how to upload a file? No, no one? Okay. Right, suppose, right, sometimes what will happen? While uploading the file means what we have to click on the button. Basically, it will open a Windows based, right, Windows based one window will open, right? That is Selenium cannot handle that Windows, right? Selenium cannot handle Windows based actions. Right, but sometimes the input tag directly there is a input tag, right, input tag file equal to some option will give. If it is a input tag directly, we can do send this. Find the element locator by using Any locator identify the input tag, find element, dot send keys. Dot send keys, what is the path? Right? We will have in the local drive our file. C drive, right? C drive colon some file. Directly you can do the send keys. If it is the input tag directly, we can send it. Right? We can send it, we can upload it. Sometimes it will not, yellow, it will not work maybe. It will not work means we cannot handle by using Selenium. We have to take the help of AutoIT, right? Some other tool. By using the AutoIT, we have to generate some script to upload it. We can achieve by using AutoIT. Right? At least we should know the names of it, right? If we do right, AutoIT, or we can have a WebDrive IO, right? They're different to handle the Windows-based application. Right? We can basically we will use a AutoIT. All right, fine. We'll come to next question. Right, what is the difference between array list and linked list? Right, what is the difference between array list and linked list? Anyone?
Array list allow internal implementation is a dynamic array, whereas linked list internal implementation is a doubly
Right, double linked list.
yeah, and accessing the accessing of the elements, random access of elements in an array list is easy and faster, whereas and so performance wise it is fast, whereas the accessing of random access elements in the linked list is will take time, but whereas the insertion and deletion operations in the linked list is fast when compared to the array list.
Right, yeah, correct. Right, a linked list and array list both are child classes of the list interface. Right, but internal implementations are different. Right, each collection will have internal implementation. Each one has different data structures. Each collection will have different structures. Array list will use the dynamic array. So what will happen whenever we are adding the element, it will use the dynamic array concept. Right, internally it will use dynamic array concept. Suppose I have inserted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, suppose in middle I want to, right, suppose if we want to add in middle any element, right, in middle I want to add any element, what it has to do, right, in third position I have to add it, right, already some element is there in third position. What I have to do, I have to shift, right, third position to fourth, fourth to fifth, right, like that I have to shift all the positions and then I have to add the new element in the third position. Then what will happen here? Right. Suppose if we have a 1 lakh elements, what will happen? It will shift, right? 1 lakh. If I want to add first position, right? It has to shift all the to the right 1 lakh positions, right? Because it will take a shift operations, right? It has, if you want to delete, right? If you want to delete or insert, it will take a lot of time because of shift operations in the array. But in linked list, right, just it will be a, if you know the concept of linked list, it will have a links concept, just a links concept. It will add one link to another link. Right, if you want to add any element, it will break the link, that's it. Break the link, insert the link in the middle. Right, no need to shift it. Just it will break the link, it will add the link in middle. Because of that, insertion and deletion is right more faster in the link. Coming to search, if you want to search any element, array list is very fast because right, it will use the right random access. It will implement a random access interface. So it will be very fast if you want to do any search operation in the array list. But in linked list, it will be very slow. In linked list, it will be very slow. Right. These are all very basic questions we are going on. Right. You should know all these things. Right. Fine. Then. Okay. Suppose if I want to scroll down, right, entire page down. I want to scroll entire page down. How to scroll? How you scroll to entire page down? Or any specific element. I want to scroll to any specific element.
Sorry, Venkat, can you repeat the question?
No, I want to scroll. Right, I want to scroll down entire page down. I want to scroll the page down.
Okay.
Or
So we
any specific element.
can use that in action class. There is a move to element, right? We can give the offset value for that position wise and move it.
But after move to element, you have to do some action on it.
Okay. So here you no need to do any action. You meant to.
No, you have concept of JavaScript executor. You have idea?
Yeah.
Right, what we can do with JavaScript executor? Right, these are all basic questions only. Right, in interview they will not ask these type of questions. Right, if you want to scroll down, right, if you want to scroll down, suppose I want to scroll down little bit. Right, how to scroll down by using the JavaScript executor? We have a execute script method, right? JS.execute script. Right, we can window dot scroll by. Right, in the execute script, what is the script we have to give? Window dot scroll by x-axis, y-axis. X-axis will be 0, y-axis will be we want to scroll down. Right, how much pixels we have to give? Either 1000 pixel, 2000 pixel, 3000 pixels. Right, we can give and we can scroll down a little bit, right, based on the pixels. Scroll by, and there is a one more scroll to. I want to scroll sometimes entire page down. I want to scroll down entire page down or up, scroll up or down. Right, we have another script called window dot scroll to. Window dot scroll to. We can give the x-axis is 0. Right, we are not scrolling side by side. We are scrolling up and down. Right, so I want to scroll down my screen. Scroll to x-axis will be 0 always. Y-axis will be there is. I want to scroll down, right, entire page. How to scroll? We have to give the document dot body dot scroll height. Document dot body dot scroll height. If we give that, what will happen? It will scroll entire page down. If you keep up, suppose again I want to scroll up, right? You can keep the negative, right, minus symbol before the document. That x-axis will be 0, y-axis minus document dot body dot scroll height. If you keep that, it will scroll in the reverse direction, scroll up. Right, these are all right basic questions. Sometimes we can get it. Right, we can have a two functions, window dot scroll by. If you want to scroll based on the pixels. If you want to scroll entire page down, up and down, scroll to window dot scroll to. X-axis will be 0 always. Y-axis will be document dot body dot scroll height. Or if you want to scroll to a particular element, right? Sometimes I want to scroll to particular element, right? We can use actions class, right? Move to element that also will work. Or JavaScript executor arguments of 0. We have to pass the script like arguments of 0 scroll into arguments of 0 scroll into view, we have to pass the true comma element, verb element, which element we want to scroll. Right, we should know the JavaScript executor. Basically, we will use to move to the element. Right, sometimes we will get a element intercepted exception. Right, element not clickable at position. In those cases also, we can use JavaScript executor to click on the element. Right, to scroll. Right, basically we will use JavaScript to scroll up and down, or if you want to click on the any element. Right, for those things we will use JavaScript. Any script, JavaScript, right? If we have sometimes we will require some script we want to execute. We can use JavaScript executor. We can pass the script. It will execute it on the web. Okay, fine. Right. These are all basic questions. We must be very confident in basic questions. Okay. Then coming to right. Suppose I right. Sometimes we will get a simple question. Right. Like what is the difference between get and navigate? Right. Driver.get and driver.navigate. Right. Navigate method. Dot two. Right. We have two ways to open the URL. What is the difference? Is sometimes we can get question also. What is the difference, anyone?
Both are used to open the browser, but in navigate we have more commands, like we have refresh, navigate back, forward. So those are the additional functionality added in a navigate command. Through forward, backward, you can go refresh.
Right. Correct. Anyone? Okay. Right. What do we have? Both are used to open the given URL, but in navigate we will have a right. We can navigate to the browser history. That means I want to navigate forward or backward or refresh. We can do those actions also in the navigate. Right. Fine. We'll come to the next one is what is the use of a constructor in Java? What is constructor in Java?
Constructor is a special type of method which is used to initialize the object.
Right. Right. Anyone? Right. Have to open your mouth. Right.
Constructor is the constructor name will be same as the class name. It is generally used to initialize the object, and there are two types of constructors: default constructor and a parameterized constructor.
Right.
Mm.
Right. Fine. Yeah. Constructor basically is used to basic functionality of constructor is what to initialize the values. Right. Default constructor is used to initialize the values. Right. Constructor will have same name as class, no return type. Right. Constructor will be called when an object is created. Right. When we create the object, automatically constructor will be called. We have default constructor, parameterizing constructors. If we don't provide any constructor, JVM will provide default constructor. Right. If we don't write any constructor, JVM will provide. If we write the constructor, JVM will not provide. Right. If we have a constructor, JVM will not provide. Right. We can do constructor overloading also. Right. Constructor overloading also we can do. Right. Fine. That is about the constructor. Right, fine. Right. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's